4, 3, 2, 1, let's walk! I've been supporting the Center for Family Justice for over a decade. I'm a dear friend of Debbie Greenwood's. I could not be more honored, and I encourage everyone to get out there and support this. There's a lot of females out there that are suffering from the domestic violence. We are all here to make a difference, and I will always support the Center for Family Justice. It's an honor to be here, and always remember, have an ice day.
Take a look at the crowd. I mean, look at how many people are here tonight. So domestic violence is a real thing. There's not a community that doesn't deal with the domestic violence situation. As a former law enforcement, I understand what that is and what those people need in those hard times. And the center does that for them. So.
Today was our largest walk. The weather gods were with us, and I think the spirit of not only those that have been coming for the last 12 years, but the new folks that continue to come and support us. What gets me the most excited is watching our high school and college students and young people that want to get involved in the mission of agencies like ours here at the Center for Family Justice, which is very simple. We want to end violence against not only women and girls, but also men, families, LGBTQ, and anyone that doesn't have the ability to get the support that they need, because no one deserves to be abused.
You know, there's so much that we can't control, but and we always focus on what we can't control. But there's a lot that we can control. Violence and sexual violence is not inevitable. It's not like an inevitable thing that has to occur. We can stop it. And the thing with sexual violence, we walked today with survivors of sexual violence. You might not know who they are, but they knew who they are.
Thanks everybody for coming out. This is my first year being involved. The town of Monroe is very engaged with the Center of Family Justice. As we know, no town is not subject to that horrible situation. But anyway, we appointed from Monroe a liaison to support the center. The center produced about $88,000 worth of work for our town, serviced about 287 families. So we felt obligated to work even better with the Center of Family Justice. But according to what Chief McNamara said, basically that's the truth. Domestic violence does affect every community, and many people here have been a victim of it. In law enforcement years ago, Bridgeport Police here, thank you. I experienced a lot of domestic violence in that situation, and some of it is unthinkable. And it affects every walk of life, every age group, every gender. So it's amazing to see everybody here supporting this. Thank you for letting me be part of it. Thank you, Deb, and your team and what you do. I appreciate it, and everybody enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Thank you.
I want to say a big thank you to the Center for Family Justice, because as I wrap up my year as Miss Connecticut, I am so proud to have partnered with the center for the entire year, and my work began long before that, because I stand in front of you as Gina Carlotto, as Miss Connecticut, as a proud Sacred Heart University alum, but I'm also a survivor of domestic violence, and so was my mom. So it takes a lot of courage to get up and talk about that. And I remember talking about it for the very first time in front of anyone at Speaking of Women. And that event held 650 people in person. So it takes a lot of courage for you all to be here today. It takes a lot of courage for survivors to speak up. And that was my truth for a lot of my childhood, and I never spoke up about it. So while it was discussed between my mom and me, it was not something that we really shared with the people around us. And it wasn't because of embarrassment, it wasn't because of shame, but it was truly because we had the support of people like Deb and the center helping us through that. So you being here today is supporting such a great cause, so I'm very grateful for that as a survivor, as Miss Connecticut. You are truly helping me achieve my personal initiatives, and I am so thankful to all of our first responders, the policemen, policewomen that are here. And I know this event was really so the men could be in red high heels, but combating something like this, combating sexual violence, domestic violence, it takes both men and women. So that's why I wore my shoes today. It was a fun walk in these very high heels. And I am walking all the way back in them because I am proud to support causes like this. And I just thank you so much for always having me here. And thank you all for supporting such a wonderful, wonderful resource in our community.
Everyone is using their voice to support victims of abuse, period. And I really, my hat's off to everyone. So please give them all a round of applause.